emergency powers. Who does that make you think of? Yes, of course, Governor Cuomo. This man shoved sick patients into nursing homes. Now, I've been ragging on this man for almost a year, because I was paying attention. We were talking nonstop about COVID because that's literally the entire news media was just COVID, 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 COVID. Right now, last year, it was, the uptick. This was right about the time that Trump did a ban on people coming from China, which, of course, Joe Biden said it was xenophobic. Like, whoa, how dare you? You can't stop people from going out. Fauci's like, no one should be wearing a mask. Pelosi said, go out to Chinatown and make them feel comfortable because, the president is xenophobic and how dare he? Well, they sure changed their tune real quick, right? Why? Well, because they wanted to smear the president and gain a lot of power. So Cuomo did exactly that. They've got these emergency powers and they love it. They are using news media to spread this, I saw an article. I don't have these up, but I saw an article that says reasons why I love Governor Cuomo. Reasons why we need a person like Governor Cuomo to take control right now. And it's like, this is ridiculous. Like, don't put anyone on a platform. Seriously, we're all human beings. Anyone can make mistakes. Don't put people on a pedestal. That's a problem. People put people on a pedestal. And look at Trump. They put him so far up on this pedestal that he is both everyone's savior and the worst person ever to live. And it's one of the two, when it's like, look, I voted for him. I appreciate what he did for this country. I feel like people don't like him because they were told not to like him. But they still put him on this pedestal. You can't, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Look, I'm going to talk about Cuomo here. This guy, this is, he straight killed people, man. This is from Janice Dean. She's very outspoken about it. Fox News' Janice Dean spoke at a rally held by New York Assemblyman Ron Kim Wednesday against Governor Andrew Cuomo amid the growing scandal over nursing home deaths. Dean has been very outspoken against Cuomo after her husband's parents passed away last year and said today, we had no idea there was a March 25th order to put over 9,000 COVID-positive patients into nursing homes. I wish we had known that. A lot of news agencies, news companies think that this is breaking news. Well, we have been shouting from the rooftops for 10 months. Yes, I've been calling them out. Same with Whitmer. Same with Wolf from Pennsylvania. Murphy from Jersey. And these people are all they created this mess, right? This isn't just Cuomo. All right, we got other governors that were in on this. And when you do the math, it's like something like 35% of all COVID deaths during that spike. The mountain that Cuomo likes to talk about. We're finally getting over this mountain. You see this picture that I did that I wasted taxpayer dollars on? Yes, this is the mountain. And we're finally over it, but don't worry. Well, maybe you should worry because there may be another mountain. Really? You're gonna send thousands of COVID patients into nursing homes again? Is that the plan? Well, here's another article. Cuomo should be subpoenaed to testify on COVID nursing home crisis. House Oversight GOP says, you think? Should be? Why hasn't he been? What? What are they waiting for? What are they waiting for? Yo, GOP, seriously, look, if you want to maintain any semblance of respect from the American people that vote in your direction, you need to do something about this. You need to actually do something, okay? We need to see moves being made, all right? Because this is a thing. Cuomo definitely ordered those people back into nursing homes, causing deaths that didn't need to happen. Sweden? Sweden has one of the lowest death rates in all of Europe. But they never locked down. Sure, they made it so that you couldn't go see old people, couldn't go into nursing homes because those were the people at risk. Well, that immediately is significantly different than the man that won an Emmy and wrote a book about fighting through COVID-19 in the best way possible. It's ridiculous. Talk about a money grab. Yeah, well, Sweden's constitution says that they're not allowed to stop the people from convening. They can't stop people from meeting and talking and spreading information amongst themselves. It's in their constitution. So they couldn't lock down in Sweden because it was unconstitutional. It is unconstitutional here, but through the extreme measures, the totalitarian that they're going with, which Cuomo certainly has these powers. He doesn't want to relinquish these powers, does he? Of course not. Of course not. It's ridiculous. Yeah. James in chat just said it's all, I don't just randomly looked, but it's perfect. It's all just one party now, the corporate party. Yeah. I don't even believe the GOP cares or the Democrats. Like, everyone in government is suspect right now. Everybody is suspect. I don't trust the entire system. All right. I constantly push for a younger generation to get into politics. We need that. AOC, she won by getting out there and going to doors. Adam Townsend talked about it last night on my show. She won because her opponent was lazy, thought he had it, and she was just out there pushing, knocking on doors, literally knocking on doors. That's the key. So look, if you want to get in, and someone super chatted me yesterday, said, look, thanks to you, I'm going to go vote, or I'm going to go run for office. Please run for office. Please get into politics. Politics suck. All right. That is a simple truth. And politicians suck. But we got these politicians that are just, this dude basically created that mountain that he held over everyone's head. How dare you go out? Man, you're going to kill grandma if you go out. You killed grandma, dude. You like, her husband's parents died because of you, Cuomo. You killed them. How many? Whitmer? Man. Gavin Newsom in California? He did it too. Man, I hope he gets recalled. These governors have way too much power. You got to remember too, governors are essentially presidents of their state. Right. I mean, we are the United States, not the federal government of the United States, or the, CCA, the communist, Communist Party of America, CPA. Yeah, it's ridiculous. We need to take back control of our government. We the people, right? We the people are the people that control everything, not the elite few that they've convinced us is what we need. That's why those articles I was seeing about, like, Cuomo's the man that we need in office. We need someone like this who's just gonna force more deaths. Almost 40% more people died. So the number's up to like 500,000, 400 or 40%. That's like 200,000 people. That's 200,000 people less. I'm just, going off the numbers right now. Obviously, this all happened during the spike back in like March, late March. So, it's ridiculous. I think this guy should absolutely be subpoenaed. Last month, New York Attorney General Letitia James said nursing home COVID deaths in the state were undercounted by as much as 50%. Yeah. So did he lie about it? Yeah. He didn't want people knowing about that. He didn't want people to know about the fact that they undercounted the deaths. And then they're like, well, the death totals were accurate. Yeah, but they lied about where the deaths were coming from to lessen the spotlight, the magnifying glass on what happened there to cause that spike of deaths. Not to even get into the death numbers, because we are on par. The 2020 year was on par with the same amount of deaths the previous 10 years. There was no major spike in deaths. at all. So that's ridiculous, this whole thing. I mean, the flu deaths went to nil. Like I did countless segments on this kind of stuff. And it's ridiculous to see that they are just pushing the 500,000 dead. Like, yeah, people die. It's a shame. But people also die of heart disease too. More than that per year. And we're not trying to get people fit and healthy so that their hearts, the valves still work and aren't clogged by, processed food and terrible eating habits. Like, it's not, and I'm not fat shaming at all. I'm talking about being healthy versus not being healthy. Heart disease exists. It kills hundreds of thousands of people a year, and yet no one's up in arms about it. They're talking about COVID, and it's like, look, I'm not trying to even, undermine what COVID is. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm not saying it doesn't cause deaths, all right? But if you're healthy, you tend to not die of heart disease. All right? You draw whatever conclusion you want from that. But I'll tell you what, if Cuomo didn't send the thousands of sick patients into nursing homes, there probably would have been a lot less deaths from nursing homes. So I here's hoping that he gets subpoenaed, because he absolutely needs to be relinquishing his emergency powers and being held accountable for killing people. Same with Wolf of Pennsylvania, Murphy of New Jersey, Whitmer in Michigan, and Gavin Newsom in California. These five, those five governors absolutely all need to be held accountable, not just Cuomo. But if Cuomo will be the first domino to fall into it, then maybe the rest will follow suit. So I hope so.